This is a Baytown Media live stream sports presentation.
Baytown Media, every event expertly captured.
Royal Rock Casino takes entertainment to the next level, bringing the electrifying atmosphere of casino gaming directly to your chosen venue. Specializing in captivating casino nights with play money, we create an ambience where fun is the jackpot. From grand events boasting 15 gaming tables to intimate gatherings with just a few, our dedicated team ensures every moment feels authentically casino. Dive into a world of excitement with Royal Rock Casino and let us transform your next event into a thrilling adventure.
Getting ready to face off in the first game for the Caps of the tournament. And the crowd here for the Caps is starting to get rowdy already. Caps will be in the red jerseys and Lewisport in the pink. So the Lewisport Seahawks and St. John's Caps getting ready to face off at the Under 13 Provincial Tournament live from Corner Brook. Beautiful facility here in Corner Brook. The main rink at the Civic Center. Most of the Caps team got in yesterday evening and had a great night last night at the hotel and are all ready to go for this afternoon's game. These two teams played at a tournament in Lewisport earlier in the year. Caps took that game. So the next game for the Caps will be at 6:30 this evening. We'll have the opening ceremonies for the tournament coming up as well after this game. So the Caps will take on the Tornadoes this evening at 6:30 p.m. here at the Civic Center. They will play tomorrow morning against the hometown Corner Brook Royals at 10:30 a.m. Lake Melville Extreme tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. And then the Mayorstown Mariners on Sunday morning at 8:30. So lots of hockey to come this weekend, live from the Provincials in Corner Brook. Now we're just about ready to go as time expires. And there's the buzzer. And we'll be ready for game one of the under-13 Provincial Championships live from Corner Brook. And we're at the Civic Center this afternoon. Caps again in their red jerseys. The Lewisport Seahawks in the pink. And we'll have all the games this weekend live on Baytown Media's YouTube and Facebook channels. Fifteen-minute periods. Got fans pretty loud. Those who made the trek across the province. We've got starting in goal for the Caps, area Melamede. And we're ready for face-off. Both teams ready to go. And there it is, opening face-off. Caps get it in over the line, keeping it in there. Is Gallop to Marr, and now the puck shot out. Side the line and dumped back in by Sarah Cal. Lewisport trying to get it up the boards. Now Lewisport takes over at center. They'll dump it in. Ahmad will have it. She'll dump it down the ice. And that's going to be an icing call, and face-off going to come all the way back down to the Caps end. 14-17 left in the first period. Puck in front. Oh, big kick save there by Melamede. Rebound in front. That's kicked out as well. Lewisport keeping it in, but away goes Pike down the ice. She's chasing it down into the corner, and Hawkswell picks it up there. Runs into her man. Lewisport picks it up behind their goal, pressured by Pike, number 7, who's in there, and she keep the puck in around the boards to Hawkswell. Hawkswell with it now in the corner. Back to the point, and out goes Lewisport. Lewisport now with a break. Chance, shot, wide. Puck behind the goal. We got scramble in front, just off the line. Caps keep it out. Kept in at the line now. Caps do get it out. Up the center. And Lewisport will dump it back in. Tough change there for the Caps as they almost got caught. Clancy flying into the defensive zone to get that puck out. Puck down ice. All the way down. Icing waved off. Lewisport pick it up. And they'll get it up the center. Holly working for it. Now turned back around again by Lewisport. Lewisport still with it, and we got a delayed offsides. Puck will come outside. Still no score. 12:35 left in the first. Face off now over in front of the Caps bench. Lewisport controls. Caps still with it, trying to get it out. Caps now do get it up ice. Nice move there by Clancy. Shot Oh, just off the glove. And that goes wide. Great back check in there by Tucker. Keep that puck in momentarily. Basha now, cross ice feed to Sullivan and just over her stick. Sullivan in pressure and Sullivan. Get across ice but nobody home. It's around Maher, kept in at the line by Gallup, but now Lewisport will get it back out. Lewisport coming out the boards. Great play there by Cal. And Lewisport controlled again. O'Dwyer for Lewisport. And now Lewis for Lewisport will dump it in. Off the boards. Kept in at the line. Lewisport still with it. Shot, and that's blocked by Cal. Cal in there pressuring. And now Gallup gets it up. Intended for Sullivan, over her stick again. And back comes Lewisport with some speed. Lewisport cuts in. Shot. Whoa, and that was just wide. Chance there for Lewisport. They're all around the goal. Now Caps control. Nice lead pass up the Gallup. And now Lewisport will take over again behind their goal. Puck here on the near boards, and Doyle will dump it down, and that will be deep in behind. Lewisport goal, Pike in pressuring. And Brown, great work by Brown on the boards. And Brown will dump it in. Lewisport will pick it up, get it out to center. Doyle will chase that down off the boards. Hawkswell picks it up. Nice move there by Hawkswell. Hawkswell cutting it wide. She'll poke it into the corner and chase after it. Over the stick. Now it's back to Doyle on the point. Doyle with a shot. Whoa, and that went through everyone. Pike chasing it down in the corner, and we'll get it. And wrap it around the boards. Doyle and Hawkswell on the near boards. Doyle with a shot. That's blocked right to Hawkswell. Hawkswell with a shot. Fanned on it off the outside of the post. Hawkswell again. Gets it back to the point. Nice puck movement there now by the Caps. That's blocked and finally out over the line, and Lewisport coming out with the numbers. Lewisport up. Great back check in there by Brown and covered up by Area Melamede and held on for a face-off. So a great shift there by the Caps, keeping some pressure in the Lewisport end. Face off, back to the point. Now around the back boards. And out over the line, and no icing. As Lewisport back to recover. No one on the point. Lewisport will just dump it up. Basha off the boards. Buffett getting back there. On the D, trying to clear, second attempt, and she gets knocked down in the corner. Clancy will get it up to Holly. Holly on the far boards, nice pass up the middle, and Tucker collides at center. In comes Sullivan, and she gets stopped up. Basha tries to get it back into Sullivan. And now dumped back out again. Oh, puck over the stick of Basha. And Lewisport away, but Buffett back down, backhand it up the boards. Nice lead pass there. Gallup and Sullivan. Sullivan over the line. Sullivan stops up, spins back, and oh, nice back checking again by Sullivan. Lewisport now will pick it up, get it across center. Two Caps collide there as they cross the center line. Nice defensive work there by Amid. Oh, and Gallup gets dumped at center. Marr off of Gallup as she crossed the line. Shot in. Deflects, and that's covered up. Smothered by the Lewisport goaltender and held on. We got 7:34 left in the first period. Still no score. Face off now in the Lewisport end. Face off won by the Caps. And Lewisport will bring it out. Pike back to get it. She'll dump it down the ice. Lewisport defense off the boards again. Just over the stick of Cal. Now back to the Lewisport Seahawks blue line. Cross ice pass. And that's picked up there by Hawkswell and dumped in. Seahawks now, their own line. Cross ice center. And Oak will get it in just over the blue line. Pike picks it up and will spin and fire it out. Puck here on the near boards. Now picked up by Doyle. Doyle trying to clear, but off the skate of Brown. Everyone in digging for it. Comes out, and Clancy was almost gone, but great work there by Lewisport. Caps dump it deep. Great pressure by Hawkswell. Clancy will get it in, and Caps still in the zone. Lewisport can't get it cleared. Tucker keeping it in at the boards. Now back to Doyle. Doyle with a shot tipped. Oh, what a kick save there by the Lewisport goaltender. Keeping this game knotted up at 1. Lewisport now in over the line. And we've got a penalty coming up. Looks like a tripping call. And Lewisport will go to the power play as it is a trip. And Doyle will go to the box, so Lewisport now with a chance on the power play. With 5:38 left in the first period. Puck now behind the Caps goal, wrapped around the boards. Puck on the near boards. Can't clear. Puck in behind the goal. Nice back checking there by Tucker. Tucker and can't clear it. Caps will get it back to center. Lewisport trying to set up. Hodder chasing after it. And collision on the boards, and the Caps will clear. Great work there by Basha, and now Sullivan chasing it down in the corner. Sullivan overskates it. Got to chase it down. Lewisport gets it back up the center. And puck over the boards and to the bench, and we'll get a face-off. 1:01 left in the power play for Lewisport. 4:39 left in the first period. And face-off just outside the Lewisport blue line. Puck up into the bench again, and we'll get another face-off. Caps Minor Hockey proudly brought to you by Baytown Media and by Royal Rock Casino. Caps will dump it down the ice, and that will kill some more time off the Lewisport power play. Lewisport can't get nothing going, nothing set up. Holly gets it back to Sullivan. She loses it. Holly again gets a stick in there. Off the Lewisport player, and Caps now control again at their own blue line. Cal up to Sullivan. Sullivan coming in. Sullivan shot, and that's gloved down and held on by the Lewisport goaltender. Great save again there. And we'll get a face-off in the Seahawks end with 20 seconds left in the power play. 3:58 left in the first period. Face-off. One is around the goal and covered up again by the Seahawks netminder. And we'll get another face-off as time ticks down on the power play. Caps still with the puck. And Seahawks now going to clear. Caps will dump it back down again. And now out over the line, penalty over, 3:30 left in the first period. And that's an icing call, face-off. Going to come back down into the Seahawks end. Still no score in the first period. St. John's Caps, Lewisport Seahawks, live from the Corner Brook Civic Center. Game one for both teams here in the Under 13 Girls Provincials. Puck in front, bouncing around, and Lewisport now will try to drag it out. Caps in pressuring. Great forecheck in there by Sullivan. Now it's out over the line. Doyle up the gallop. Caps are onside as they cross the line. Gallop going to the outside. Now right across crease. Foot race for it, but Seahawks will pick it up. Seahawks now up the center with it. Seahawks in over the line. Could be a chance here. Shot. Rebound right in front and kicked out. Another shot. Blocked. Whoa, and that was just wide over the goal. Couple saved there by Melamede. Sullivan breaking through the middle, and we're offsides as across the line. Face-off going to come outside. 2:37 left in the first period. St. John's Caps and the Lewisport Seahawks. Game one of the Under 13 Girls Provincials. Caps pick up the puck. And dump in deep. Caps will chase it down. Puck now behind the goal. Caps, Pike picks it up. Pike with a shot. Oh, and that was wide. Hubley on the far end. Gets it in. Pike got it now in the corner. Looking for a person in front and right through the crease and nobody home. Hawkswell now will pick it up on the near boards. Hawkswell trying to get it in. Brown stops up. Brown finds some open space. Brown with a shot, and that's blocked. Great defensive work now by the Seahawks, keeping the Caps to the outside. Seahawks get it out over the line. And turn it back in again. Hotter. The Seahawks now. Paige Pike trying to get into the zone, and we'll dump it in. Here comes Brown. Brown cutting in. Sharp angle. Great save there again by the Seahawks goaltender. Couple key saves here so far in the first period. Puck all the way down deep. Basha back to get it now for the Caps. She'll wrap it around the boards, and Hawkswell picks it up. The near boards. Hawkswell off the boards. And away goes Clancy. And she's turned back as it rolled off her stick. Basha cross ice. Tucker Off first skate. Now Lewisport turns it back. Long shot. Scores! Lewisport Seahawks take a 1-0 lead. Hard haul shot by number 46. And a late goal with 44 seconds left. Breaks the goose egg. Now the puck just in over the line again. Long shot, and that's kicked aside by Melamede. Off the boards and over the line. Nice play there. Caps trying to get it out. Tucker will dump it deep. 20 seconds left in the period. Caps now with it. Will get it up to the Lewisport blue line. And that's as far as they get. Long shot, and that's blocked in front. Lewisport now with another break. 2 seconds, and that will do it. And the one, Lewisport Seahawks lead this one 1-0, and we'll be back in just a few minutes for the second period.
Baytown Media, every event expertly captured.
Royal Rock Casino takes entertainment to the next level, bringing the electrifying atmosphere of casino gaming directly to your chosen venue. Specializing in captivating casino nights with play money, we create an ambience where fun is the jackpot. From grand events boasting 15 gaming tables to intimate gatherings with just a few, our dedicated team ensures every moment feels authentically casino. Dive into a world of excitement with Royal Rock Casino and let us transform your next event into a thrilling adventure.
All right, we're back now for second period action, getting ready to drop the puck here. We've got some score clock issues. Caps now some discussion. Lewisport with a late goal. In the period to take the 1-0 lead. And here's the face-off to start the second. Caps dump it down. Lewisport back to pick it up. Down behind the goal. Sullivan with it. Sullivan still with it. Getting pressured now by Seahawks. Puck off the boards. And Ahmet gets it up to the blue line. Long shot, and that's blocked in the equipment of the Lewisport defender. And now behind the goal. And Lewisport will control. Try to clear. Oak now with it for Lewisport. Oak stopped up there at the line. Marr will dump it deep into the Lewisport end. They'll pick it up behind the goal and control now to try to clear it out. And we'll get it up to the line and over. Hubley now back to pick it up for the Caps in her own zone. Couple of attempts to get it out. Hubley now with it again. Better be careful there. Lewisport with a shot, and that's stopped by Melamede. Off the board, Sullivan. Sullivan now got a bit of room, but great back checking again by Lewisport. Stop her from getting a break. Sullivan with a lot of speed. Hawkswell taken down, no call. Great back checking there by Pike. Collision there with Brown. Out to the point, kept in by Lewisport. Shot in front, all kinds of room in front. Can't get the shot away. Brown gets it up to the line, just over. Hawkswell, Brown with it. Brown kicks it up to her stick. Brown up the center. Cutting out wide. Shot in. That's stopped by the Lewisport goaltender and held on. And traffic in front. We'll get a face-off down in the Lewisport end. The Seahawks lead 1-0, 12:36 left in the second period. Puck right in behind the Lewisport goaltender now. Lewisport around the boards. Fascia stepping up. We got a pile up there at the blue line, and Tucker going to go to the box now for the Caps. So delayed penalty, and there's the call. Looks like a tripping call to Tucker. Well, Lewisport now going to go back to the power play. And Tucker going for trip. And face off now back down into the Caps end. Face off won by Lewisport. Kick back to the point. Kept in there. Caps will get it out. Pushed and shoving. And now all the way down the ice. Lewisport will pick it up. Didn't have much going in the first power play. Second attempt at it. Caps will dump it back down again. So great penalty killing by the Caps. Lewisport off the boards. And that will come back down to the Caps blue line. Clancy off the boards. Gets it up to Holly. Holly. Some open ice. And stopped up there by the Seahawks defender. Clancy working hard on the far boards. And now out over the line. Break now for Lewisport. They got three attackers on the move. Chance in front. And that's knocked out of harm's way. Caps get it up the center. Haul down. And we've got a penalty call. Looks like interference against the Seahawks. And Seahawks captain will go to the box for interference. So Hutchins for Lewisport. Face off now in the Lewisport end. .41 seconds left in the power play, or the penalty, sorry, to the Caps. And then they'll have a short power play. Sullivan, sharp angle, and that's stopped by the blocker of the Lewisport keeper and held on. Great save there. And we'll get a face off again inside the Lewisport end. Puck now out to the point. Ahmad with a shot. Oh, that didn't miss by much. In front again by Sullivan, and that's covered up by the Lewisport keeper. And held on. 21 seconds left in the penalty to Tucker. And then the Caps will get a short power play. Back to the point to Cal. Cal with a shot in. Oh, and that went through everybody but the goaltender. Puck in the corner. In behind the goal. Caps in off the point. Chance shot high. That deflects wide. Pull right to the crease by Sullivan. Nobody can't touch it. Caps now with the man advantage. Up high, scores! Caps score! Looks like Aline Ahmad with the goal. And the Caps tie it up on the power play. Great goal there. And we're knotted up at 1. We got a face off now at center.
St. John's Caps goal, scored by number 3, Alan Ahmad.
Now in comes Lewisport, shot! And that's stopped by Melamede and covered up. Crowd in front, she'll hold on for the face-off.
10:05 in the second period.
9:52 left in the period. And we're knotted up at 1. Very close game between the St. John's Caps. Puck in. Great save there by Melamede. Kicked aside. Sullivan all alone up to the middle. Chance for Sullivan. She's turning on the Jets. Shot. Whoa, stopped by the Lewisport goaltender and held on. And Sullivan was just a step. And she would have been clear sailing. .9:34 left in the second period. We're all tied up at 1 here at the Corner Brook Civic Center. Face off. Caps have it. Shot in front. Oh, chance there. Puck bouncing around the net. Pike will knock it around the back of the goal. Brown will chase in after, but Lewisport will get it out over the line. And now it's a foot race, and Doyle is back to get it. Gets it up to Brown. Brown off the boards, and she's stopped up right in front of the bench. Again, Caps dump it. Brown can't get the pass through. Hawkswell with a shot up high, bouncing in front. Oh, rebound. That's out of harm's way. Back to the point now. Hubley with a shot. Deflects, scores! Off the Lewisport defender from Hubley. And the Caps now with a 2-1 lead. Bad bounce there for Lewisport. And the Caps will take advantage. Shot, and that's covered up by Melamede, and we've got another penalty coming up to the Caps. It looks like a slashing call to Scarlett Holly. Puck now shot behind the goal. Caps going to try to get it cleared. And it is out over the line and all the way down the ice. Lewisport coming at the zone with some speed. Line shot in, and that's stopped by Melamede and kicked aside. Caps will get it out and down the ice. And that will kill some more time off the Lewisport power play. Kept in at the line by Clancy. And now puck back out to center. Buffett still with it. Again, just killing precious time off the clock here. 1 minute left in the power play. 7:33 left. Whoa, and a big pile up there. Looks like the Outer Ring Road on a Friday evening. Puck back to center. Basha cross ice to Cal. Cal with some ice in front of her, and she's going to take advantage of it. Cal. Oh, and band on the shot. Now she'll dump it back in. 20 seconds left in the power play. Puck whipped around the boards. Kept in by Ahmad. Dumped deep. Lewisport now trying to get it out. Then Will. Lewisport in over the line and picks it up in the corner. Tries to center it. Blocked by Ahmad in front. Oh, backhander, and that just went wide of the goal past Melamede. Now Lewisport buzzing. We're back to even strength. Sullivan now off the boards. Gives it up to Gollop. Gollop trying to get it back to Sullivan, but Sullivan will take it again. Lewisport, Gollop in there. A lot of work on the boards, but Lewisport out with it. Lewisport, and they'll dump it into the far corner and chase. Puck in front. Whoa, blocked in front. Caps trying to desperately get it out now. Sullivan gets it up the center. Maher cuts it wide, shoots, and that deflects high over the goal. Dwyer now for Lewisport. Weaves in and out. Dwyer still with it, still controlling. She's going to shoot it, and that's going to be just wide of the far post. Puck in front. Oh! And now Lewisport will dump it. Hubley, the goal scorer for the Caps, to put them ahead. We'll get it up the boards. Hawkswell chasing after it. Hubley now back to get it again off the boards. Hawkswell got Maher and Brown. Maher in with a shot. Whoa, just off the outside the post. Puck bouncing around in the crease. Scramble for it. And that is covered up. And held on. 4:50 left in the second period. Caps buzzing around the net that time. Face off now to the left of the Seahawks goaltender. Back to the point. Shot, and that's blocked. Hawkswell on the far boards. Picks it up. Trying to get it in front. Near boards now, and Seahawks. Great back checking there by Pike. Hawkswell trying to get it up to the line. She's stopped up. Pike has it now, and she'll turn it back down and chase after it. Kept in by Hawkswell on the far boards. Hawkswell around the back of the goal. In front. Pike gets dumped in front. No call. And now Seahawks take it all the way back down the other end. Out comes Brown off the boards and down. Behind the Seahawks goal. And back to the point. Tucker tries to keep it in. Now it is kept in. As Basher was attacking in front. Clancy digging at it. And we got some pushing and shoving in front there. .336 left in the second period. Cap still with a 2-1 lead. Go ahead goal by Hubley. Shot from the point that deflected a couple times. Puck in front. Holly with a backhander. That deflected wide. Puck back to the point. And away go the Seahawks now, 2-on-1. Hutchins putting it across. Great defensive play there. And the Seahawks put it in on the rebound and tie it up. Two-one game. 2-2 now, sorry. Three 3:10 left. Now we got a penalty coming up to the Seahawks as Clancy was dumped at center ice. The captain, Hutchings, the goal scorer, now in the box.
And number 42, Sophie Broders. At 3:15 in the second.
Sullivan trying to get it in front. Caps trying to, as it comes now back to the point. Cal will keep it in. Sullivan in, shot, scores! Sullivan put the Caps up again. 3-2. Just seconds after Lewisport had their go-ahead. Haley Sullivan in off the sidewall. Caps now up 3-2. Seahawks will get it back. And now Dwyer loses it at center. Sullivan back again. So Caps now with 2 power play goals. Sullivan cuts it wide. Sullivan back to the point to Cal. Cal can let her rip. Cal with a shot. And that's gloved by the Seahawks goaltender and held on for a face-off. .2:29 left in the second. Caps lead 3-2. Game number 1 of the under-13 Provincials. Live from Corner Brook. We're at the Civic Center this afternoon. We'll be back at 6:30 for game number 2 on day 1 for the St. John's Caps. Chance here in front. Rebound. Backhander by Pike. That was wide. Cap still with it. Brown turns in behind the goal. Brown. And we'll lose it. Lewisport tries to get it out. Oak on the far boards. We'll get it back to the blue line and out over. Delayed offsides. Caps will need to chase it down. Cal will dump it in. 1:55 left in the second period. Chance in front. Pike couldn't get a shot away. And now out comes Lewisport. Lewisport cutting it wide. Shot! Oh, off the outside of the goal. Oxwell. Brown off her stick. And up to the middle. Lewis back there now for Seahawks. Pike got some ice here. Cuts it wide. Nice pass up to Clancy. Clancy with a shot. Oh, net scooped up by the Lewisport goaltender, and some flashes of Patrick Waugh there with that glove. .101 left in the second. Face off now in the Seahawks end. Off the boards, back to the point to Hubley. Shot again. He's going to try for another one from the same spot. And now Lewisport will get it across the center. Lewis now with it, and she'll spin. And we'll lose it to Tucker. Tucker will dump it. 41 seconds left. Icing waved off. Puck off the boards, and now down the ice. Hubley picks it up again. Off the stick of Holly, and Tucker will chase it down. With Lewisport back in their own zone. Recovered and kept in at the line by Hubley. Clancy in with a shot, and that's wide of the goal. Tucker will chase it down in the corner. Tucker will pin it in on the boards here. Lewisport trying to get it out. Holly down low, out in front. Back to the point now. Caps backhanded in. Doyle and outside. Dumped in, and there's a buzzer, and that will do it for the second period. So at the end of 3-2 lead for the St. John's Caps over the Lewisport Seahawks. And we'll be back after they clean the ice for period number 3. Good afternoon, and we're back now for third period action between the St. John's Caps and the Lewisport Seahawks. Under 13 Newfoundland Hockey Provincials live from Corner Brook, Newfoundland. And we're at the Civic Center this afternoon. Caps lead 3-2 as we're getting ready for the final 15-minute frame. Caps, of course, in the red jerseys, Lewisport in the pink. And we're just awaiting puck drop to start third period. Caps with three different goal scorers: Ahmad, Sullivan, and Hubley. Two power play goals for the Caps. Rachel Martin now in goal for the Caps, coming in late in the second period. Both goaltenders now ready to go. Face off. Taken now by Lewisport in over the line. Hutchins cuts it wide. Caps can't clear. Shot. And that's blocked. Another shot. Scores! Shot from the slot. Number 46 with her second. So a quick goal by the Seahawks. Now we're tied up at 3. Gallup trying to clear it. Now back. Puck pops up in the air and up to the blue line, and Lewisport will dump it back out. Lewisport trying to get a shot away. Off the boards. And stopped up there. Sullivan. Some fresh ice now for Sullivan. Cuts it wide. And great defensive work there by Lewisport. Cap still with it. Gallup. Sullivan back and forth. Puck. Bounce on top of the net. Oh, in front. Oh, just off the goal line. Chance again. Shot. Scores! Murr. Elise Murr. The go-ahead goal now for the Caps. Put them on top 4-3. .53 left in the third period. Here goes Brown, or Hawkswell, sorry. Hawkswell over to Pike. Pike with it now. Pike can't get the shot away. Still with it. Now shoots it on goal and covered up by the Lewisport goaltender. Cap now buzzing after that goal.
Seahawks goal scored by number 46, Bridget Keith, assisted by number 39, Rakia Dwyer. 14:30. St. John's Caps.
Puck back to the point.
Number 6, Elise Mayer. Assisted by number 8,
Shot in,
Amy Sullivan.
and that's just wide. Caps with it behind the goal. Puck now in and covered up by the Lewisport goaltender and held on. 13:09 left in the period. Caps lead 4-3. Go-ahead goal by Elise Meyer. And we'll get a face-off now to the right of the Lewisport goaltender. Puck now out to the circle, shot in, and that's covered up again, so we'll get another face-off inside the Lewisport blue line. Chance in front. Tucker chasing it down and will backhand it into the corner. And now Lewisport will come out with it. Lewisport now with it. And nice play there by Clancy to get back. Stopped up there at the line. Cross ice pass. Cal will dump it out and down the ice. And that will be an icing call. Face off going to come back down to the Caps end. 12:27 left in the third period. Caps lead 4-3. Under 13. Provincial hockey live from Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Face off to the left of Martin. Caps can't get it out over the line. And Lewisport now putting on some pressure. Caps get it around the far boards and puck is out. And here's Lewisport coming again. Shot in, and that's wide of the goal. And here comes Sullivan again. Sullivan now up to the blue line. Sullivan, she's stopped up. And she crossed the blue line. Lewisport back down. Backhander into the zone. Cross ice pass here. It's Lewisport trying to get it out. Sullivan forcing her way up the boards. And Lewisport now will clear. Gollop will just dump it back in. And Hubley will dump it back in again. Sullivan has it now. Sullivan will cross the line. Sullivan in. Sullivan with a break. Shot. Oh, great save there by the Lewisport goaltender. Big save there, a timely one. Pike with it down the corner. Backhands it around the boards. Pike takes the puck. Backhander back into Brown. In front. Puck around. Oh, Pike just slid it past the post. Great work there by Marr. And Doyle will keep it in at the line. Pike has it in her feet. Backhands it in. And that's covered up by the Lewisport goaltender and held on for a face-off. 4-3 still the score. 10:23 left in the third period. Face off now into Lewisport end. Around the boards. Chance here. Oh, and just outside the line. Puck dumped all the way down again. Oh, funny bounce. Shot, scores! Brown takes a funny bounce off the boards. And we'll knock that one in there. Nice insurance goal there for the Caps, now up 5-3 with 8:59 left in the third period. Couple tough luck goals against the Seahawks this afternoon. We got some pushing and shoving over on the far boards. Delayed offsides. Caps back to pick it up. Clancy. Clancy now winding up. Tucker back to Clancy. Clancy trying to cut in. Back to the point. Basha can't get the shot away. That's blocked. And now chance here for Lewisport. Buffett falls and takes her man down. And that's going to be a trip against Buffett. Buffett going to the box with a trip. Now to face off back in the Caps end as Lewisport will go back to the power play. Puck in behind the goal. Gollop will get it to the line and away goes Sullivan. Sullivan tied up. A hook there. And now it's covered up by the Seahawks goaltender. And we'll get a face-off. Oh, it is called. Looks like the back referee might have had that call. And 4-on-4. Back to the point. Shot. High shot. Great save there. Cuts back in again. Nice poke check in front. And out over the line. Doyle now picking it up at center, and she'll dump it in. Long shot, and that's bobbled in front and stopped. Puck dumped down again. Off the boards. Marr over to Pike. Pike now coming in. Shot. And that's wide. Around the boards. Back to the line. Nice there in front. Shot. Oh. Screen shot. Doyle has it again. Doyle trying to get it over to Pike. Buck just bouncing around in the slot. Hawkswell coming off the bench and takes that puck. Hawkswell still with it. Collision, now Pike will pick it up in the corner and get it back to the point. Shot, that's blocked. Be dangerous here as Lewisport on the way back. Oh, that didn't miss by much. Great chance there by Lewisport. Clancy taken down as she hit the blue line. Hawkswell will pick it up now with 6:05 left in the third. Clancy. We got a collision there. And puck just out over the line. Clancy to Basha. Basha up to Brown. Over Hawkswell skate. Basha with it now. Basha cross ice. We'll bounce it off the boards. And back comes Lewisport now. Great back checking by Clancy. Now Clancy over the line. Clancy, nice pass over to Brown and just over her stick. Puck in the corner. Lewisport off the boards and picked off by Basha. Great work there by Basha. She crossed the blue line and lost it. And now dumped deep. And Lewisport up to their own blue line. Be careful, Sullivan was lurking around there, and Sullivan, great back check. Sullivan now again. Sullivan, Holly tried to get it to Tucker. And puck down deep. 4:34 left in the third. Lewisport just about lost it there, but Ahmad shot. And that's up, blocked up high. Lewisport now will pick it up at their own blue line and come out with it. They'll dump it deep and chase. Ahmad will have it behind the goal. She gets rubbed out on the boards. Puck behind the goal. Chance in front. Everyone trying to take a snag at it. And now Marr gets hooked. She came out of the zone. Sullivan and Ahmad will take over. And we'll dump it down. Puck deep now into the Lewisport end. Puck up to the middle. And no one home.
You want to take a picture, do you? Don't mind take a picture of you, did you?
Oh no.
Hey, work in this industry.
No. And now face off down in the Lewisport end. .53 to score, 3:31 left. We got some discussion going on at the bench. Looks like we're ready to go. No. Now we're going to go. There they are. Chance in front. Back to the point. Doyle with a shot. And that's blocked. And here comes Lewisport now in over the line. Chance in front. Stopped. Puck now up the center. Here goes Sullivan. Sullivan with a high shot. And that was high and around the boards. Doyle with a shot. Chance there for Gollop and couldn't get the shot away. Back to the point. Kept in. And now Lewisport. No, can't clear. Gollop been pressuring and gets the puck. Trying to get it in front of Marr. Here comes Lewisport around the boards. 2:30 left in the third. Gollop with it now. Gollop with a shot. Oh, and that deflects just wide. Sullivan. And she's going to go to the box. She rubbed out. The Lewisport player on the boards. And we'll get a face-off back down into the Caps end. Puck now out. Caps shorthanded again. Maxwell will get it out over the line. Paige Pike now takes the puck, long shot in, and that's stopped by the Lewisport goaltender. And here comes Lewisport again. Pike in. Forecheck and Pike now with it. Still with it. Got it in the corner and she'll kill some time off that power play. 1:25 left in the power play. 1:42 left in the period. Hawkswell now with it. Hawkswell shoots. And that's wide. Pike in. Pick it up. And now Lewisport coming out with some speed. They'll cut out wide and great defensive work there by Cal. Shot, and that bounces in front. And out comes Lewisport again. Lewisport now in over the line. We'll wrap it around the boards. Back to the point, shot. And away goes Brown. Brown now some open ice. Brown stops up. And Lewisport, great defensive work there to come back and get it Hutchins. Doyle will dump it up the center. Clancy will poke it through. Clancy now cuts it wide, haul down, and that's going to be a penalty. 25 seconds left. And Lewisport player will go to the box. Face off now deep into the Seahawks end. Caps lead 5-3. 25 seconds left. And we've got another penalty call. And Hutchins now will go to the box. So 2 men now in the box for Lewisport. Face off in the Seahawks end. Face off won by the Caps. Shot up high and just over the goal. Puck now back to the point. Nice play there. Ahmad over to Doyle. Doyle shot in. That's blocked in front. And now the Seahawks will clear down the ice, and that will do it. Game 1 for the Caps. 5-3 is the final. St. John's Caps over the Seahawks. Caps will move on now to a game against Glovertown this evening at 6:30. We'll have the opening ceremonies in amongst all that. Well, that will do it for us here at the Corner Brook Civic Center in Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Thank you all for joining Caps Minor Hockey, brought to you by Baytown Media and by Royal Rock Casino. And we'll see you for the game at 6:30 p.m. this evening when the St. John's Caps take on the Glovertown Tornadoes.
This is a Baytown Media live stream sports presentation.